Hey guys, Salvi here, just reminding you to, of course, like, subscribe, and follow, and all that kind of good stuff that YouTube asks if you enjoy what video I'm going to put out for you today. Thank you. Twisty is being exposed, or at least someone is trying to make Twisty into a very bad person. Of course, let us listen to everything that I said. Remember, this is something from several years ago, from what I understand, before everything that happened inside of Nijisanji, before she was in Nijisanji. I will not go, and I will do my best to not show who she was during this time, because this was another form of her in her indie life. This was something that when she was playing with a friend, live apparently on stream, or at least not necessarily on stream, but in private with friends, and somebody leaked this. Now, the person who leaked this has a vendetta. They have something to try, they have some reason for doing this. I am not going to jump on the train immediately and be like, oh my god, she's horrible, she's horrible. Number one, it was done several years ago. She doesn't seem to be doing the same thing she is now. And number two, as I'll show you soon, she does apologize for the things that she has said before. You know, kind of explains it through, doesn't try to excuse anything, and just makes a full apology. Now let's hear what she first has to say. Twisty is in green, and her friend is in blue. Let's hear what she has to say a little bit, and then we're going to go for it.
But just to like... me talking to Epic. I like getting died to
Epic is another dude.
Right? Well, talking to an Indian sounds like okay. Don't be a red light bucket. Well, I hate Epic and I hate his kind, so... Ever since, I feel like did you say something to him because he stopped sending me stuff? Like money or what? No, like porn. A bear or Epic? I don't remember saying anything to Epic, but I probably have called it. I've definitely called him a creep, but I don't know how recent. Like, I definitely haven't spoken to him once. I think Epic is like attached to my shoe model. I think so too. Cause he was like, I think he's a violent and an Indian. I
cannot wait to meet him tomorrow.
Oh dear lordy.
Should have like a little meet and greet.
He's really likes she. Is Epic living? Yeah, why? I swear to God, if he shows up to my meet and greet, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh god,
why?
Yeah,
why?
Okay, I'm sure he's not gonna go, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how far it is from him, but I feel like solely to piss me off, that is something he would do. Like...
Then I can meet him there? That'll be perfect.
No. I suggest not meeting him. I don't know.
We can bond over our mutual obsession.
Oh my god. You can tell who he is because the stench of brown will just be all over the place. It'll just smell like fucking curry and you'll know it's him.
Alright, let's go further.
Her Twitter bio, which I feel like should be a red. This girl, who literally the worst I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Like it's bad. Wait, she has like trans rights in her Twitter bio, which I feel like should be a red flag for any VTuber company if you're talking about that stuff publicly. Wait. And she doesn't really stream, but she uploaded some YouTube videos, and there's like really terrible covers. Are they like Nijisanji? No, Brave Girl. Oh. I don't know. She's for the new wave that's gonna debut soon. I don't know, maybe they saw something in them. I don't know what the fuck they would see in her, like they must be blind.
Yes, a lot of the stuff seems pretty bad. And of course, this person who put this out there, this was a private conversation from what I understand. This was a conversation between friends from what I understand. Not on stream, not meant to be out in the public. You do, some people, especially when they are angsty teenagers, I do consider 18 and 19 still teenagers, angsty teens, because they are still teen at the end, can say these things. They can be overly angry and aggressive. This person, whoever it was, who, you know, Epic or whatever his name was, probably ticked her off a lot. Probably was a creep. Probably was somebody who was a little bit overly parasocial, etc. We don't know. We don't know who this person is. It sounds like venting to me. Venting can be done in a very mean way. Yes, I do not hold her accountable for, well, I mean, I do hold her accountable, but I do not hold her to the same thing, like basically, oh, she's the same person she is now. That was several years ago. Let's read what she says here. A recording of me from almost a year ago was leaked. I want to address that to the best of my ability today. What I said was hateful, cruel, and insanely inappropriate, racist, transphobic, and honestly just straight up mean. I don't want to try to make excuses, regardless of what I was angry about or dealing with. Those words were wrong, and I want to fully own up to it. Now, this is amazing. Very few people did this. If Cinder would have done something like this with her apology, although it was for less stuff, then, you know, we wouldn't be in the situation we are today. If a lot of people apologized the way that she did right now, we wouldn't be where we are today. Conversation came from a place of protectiveness and frustration over how someone close to me was being treated. But regardless, that doesn't excuse the language I used, and I'm sorry that my anger boiled over into something so ugly and hurtful to so many. To me, words were always just words. There was never any deeper meaning to anything. I felt that if you had the ability to speak, why not say whatever you want? I never fully questioned the thoughts nor beliefs I grew up with until very recently. I've luckily been able to meet some kind-hearted people and wonderful people that pushed and supported and urged me to become better and grow as a person. I started to realize how much power words carry. They are able to hurt people, inflict and reinforce harm, and even make people feel unsafe, even if I didn't mean it that way. I feel that over these past few months, I've come to understand that being careless doesn't mean my actions are not harmful. To me, growth is about unlearning things, listening to actually thinking before I speak, and learning how to take responsibility for my actions. After gaining these new friends who were able to correct and educate me on all things I had done wrong, I realized that words are not just words, and they can hold meanings that are able to affect the lives of others. I've had a lot of time to reflect on how I speak and how I treat people, and I fully intend to be better. As someone who lives in America, even just 2025 alone, I've witnessed many injustices towards marginalized communities, things that I cannot unsee or ignore. Growing up, I was surrounded by certain attitudes and beliefs that I never questioned. I took them as normal, and even though they were rooted in ignorance and bias, when my mom found out I didn't vote for the hateful and oppressive president she supported, she nearly disowned me. That moment really shook me, because it made me realize how much my identity had been shaped by trying to meet other people's expectations or avoid conflicts. It was the first time I truly stood my ground on something I believed in, even when it cost me. That experience pushed me to start thinking for myself more critically, to ask why I believed what I believed, and to recognize how easily it is to stay complicit in harmful systems when you're just going along with what you've always been taught. She continues, but I feel this past year has been a turning point. With the help of friends who have educated me and shared the experiences, I've started to really understand how much harm those old ways of thinking can cause. I've made many choices. I made a choice to turn away from what I was raised on and actively unlearn all that harmful rhetoric. Very good for her. Maybe it's dumb to say because this conversation happened not that long ago, but even in the small period since that incident occurred, I do think I have started to grow more as a person. I want to be absolutely 100% clear on this. Despite all the awful things I said, I've never truly held those views, and to this day, I still do not. The words I used were ignorant and deeply hateful, but I do not believe they represent my actual beliefs or values. Our transphobic, violent, or otherwise any type of dehumanizing language has no place in the community I would like to create. So she accepts that those were bad words, those are bad things to say, she doesn't want it to be a part of her community. Even in moments of frustration or anger or anything, saying those things was unacceptable, and I am deeply ashamed of myself. I know a lot of people see me as based or want to put their views or feelings onto me, but that is not the type of person I am. I am just a girl who wants to stream and have fun with her friends and fans, thinking about cute seals and cute girls. I've never and will never promote any type of behavior to my fans, and I regret setting the bad example for them. I also want to clarify a few things. I do not hate my fans. What I said was in a moment of burnout and bitterness, aimed at the people who spam me for specific content while not respecting or giving me value as a person. I can absolutely understand that, and I do believe that that is true. And I do take her words at face value. She has owned up to it. Didn't apologize. Didn't try to make an excuse for it. She apologized as much as she could. This is a good apology. I let that frustration turn into generalization, and that's my responsibility. It does not make those words okay. I'm deeply sorry to everyone I hurt by saying them. I have nothing but respect and admiration for artists. I never wanted to demean anyone's work. In the whole conversation that was omitted from the clip, I was talking about how much I wish I could have different model proportions such as those this artist draws so beautifully. I really have a lot of love and respect for their work and have always been extremely vocal about this. I am unable to fully clarify the contents of my original statement there, but I want to reiterate that it had absolutely nothing to do with the beyond wonderful art. And she finalizes this whole thing by saying this. I know that there is no perfect way to apologize, and some people won't be able to forgive me. That is 100% okay. I'm honestly just extremely sorry it happened at all. I know this has disappointed many. Some will never forgive me, and again, I generally cannot blame them. I'm sorry that I ever said those things, and I will keep doing the work to make sure that I never say them again. Thank you to those who stood up for me, basically stood up to her, and those people who have called me out on it. I am paying attention, and I am learning. I'm trying to move forward as the person I want to be, not the person I was on that call. There are a lot of things that I wish I could address, but I am unable to, of course, because NDAs and things like that. Also, not fully doxing yourself and things like that. For what I have said, I tend to struggle with words, so I hope that I was able to convey my feelings properly to you. I'm going to be taking some time and stepping back to focus on myself and take this seriously. I genuinely never want to be that person again. To those groups I hurt, to my fans, and to anybody else affected, I truly apologize. That is the type of apology you want to hear, the type of apology I want to hear, the type of apology everyone wants to hear. That is why I'm putting it out there. That's why I said in the beginning, we are going to be listening to what she said, and then we're going to be going to the apology later. I am not doing this, even though it may seem like it, even though some people are already seeing this as like, oh my god, it's Salvi again trying to put hate on Twisty, or Salvi again trying to put hate on Niji. This person is one of the few people I have ever seen in any agency to fully take responsibility for something so heinous that they said in the past, to not be like, oh, that was just an angsty teen. Oh, that was just this or that. They fully took responsibility. They're like, nope, that was wrong. I understand if people never forgive me for this. I'm going to be better. I'm going to prove with my actions that I'm going to be better. And I'm going to make something better out of this. This is something amazing. You do not see this very often. You really don't. You honestly don't. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I am going to be one of those people that is going to be looking forward to what she creates in the future and the better content and the better person that she will be. Nyana is a wonderful VTuber who recently has announced that yes, they will be graduating. They are graduation not in the form of retiring from VTubing. They got an opportunity of a lifetime and they're moving on to that. Just reminding you of it so you are not caught unaware if you ever hear that from anyone else. Now, of course, we're going to take a look at their Twitter because they have, of course, announced they have their graduation notice here, their full one that they did 2 hours ago, which is their main one that I want to go over. Since I began streaming in September of 2023, I've had so much fun getting to stream for all of you. Plus, I got to hang out with so many amazing VTubers, and I will truly never forget any of you. I want you bros to know that I would not be saying goodbye to Nyana if it was truly the only option I had. And if this wasn't the opportunity of a lifetime for me, this is not a real goodbye for me, but actually just to see you later. My 3D concert pool party will be happening this Saturday, June 14th, which is another thing that I'm gonna promote as well. And I really hope every bro can come and watch me and my friends perform. After that, I'll be streaming normally until July 19th, my last public goodbye. After that, I will be streaming on YouTube members only on August. Then I will officially stop all streaming activities as Nyana Banyana in September. I'll be moving on to a very new phase in my life, and I hope that you and every one of you bros can find me when I do. Please promise me that you'll go to my goodbye stream next month on July 19th. It may be a little on the nose, but I do believe the very new phase, as a lot of people have said before, a lot of people have shown before, yeah, the very new phase is something that might be interesting to everybody who is a fan of hers. Now, this is her big thing that she's going to be doing. She does this every year. She does this every couple of months, every 6 months usually. This is the big group you're seeing here, all of them here. They're all going to be a part of her Nyana's Summer Water Park Adventure. This is her concert. This is a hololive level concert, in my opinion, that she has every single year, with big names in the indie sphere and big names in the VTuber sphere overall, Kaisai Kota, other people, before she graduates, etc. Shiny Cuddles, Ice Snowpods, the Allure girls overall, the Gen 1 girls at least, and they're all going to be at that pool party. As I've mentioned before, she does do a hololive level 3D. I've shown it before on my stream. It's an amazing 3D. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she's able to pay the cost of it all, but she does it, and I am very happy that she's going to get this opportunity before she leaves. And of course, she's going to be going to like Pearson says here, a very new phase in the whole thing. So you never know. It could be phase, it could be something else. You never know. But I think she's a little on the nose of that because she kind of is known to be that way, a little bit indirectly direct. So let's hope that she actually does go to phase or some other great company that will help her get everything that she desires. Roca Rurin, as seen here, is a member of Idol Endless. This is her right here. She's a English-speaking VTuber with Idol EN Endless. And she had been on a hiatus of sorts for a bit. She was taking a break. She was relaxing, recovering her energy, just making sure that she doesn't get burnt out, because then that wouldn't be fair to her fans. That wouldn't be fair to her, more importantly than the fans, because if she doesn't enjoy what she's doing, then that's never good. So let's go and continue on with what we're saying here. I am going to take a look at something here on her actual YouTube side. She does have a Roca routine return. She streamed last 6 months ago, so she's still been on, you know, doing things on her Twitter, on those type of social media, but Roca routine is returning on June 15th. So 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Adjust that based on what you want to do. And she has been, of course, not putting out so many covers, a couple of things here, shorts, but the primary thing she has done is in live streams, and she hasn't done it for about 6 months. So very good that she's coming back. And also some people, to celebrate her comeback from things, have also done a Vtuber fan events, has done Roca Rudin's signature endless house party drink, Butterfly Pea Lemonade Boba. Jamstones keep the vibes high all Offkai Gen 4 weekend long with this striking sip. So it's going to be for Offkai. It's going to be Boba Bar, Idol, VFE, and Endless, the house party that they're having there. So that is something that is also happening there. And she says, look at how pretty my drink is. Boba Bar actually allowed me to come up with ideas for a drink by myself instead of giving me something generic. And you have no idea how much I appreciate that. So if you buy one, please imagine I made it for you in person. So this is good. She is not only getting support when she is away, she's getting support now that she's coming back. She is absolutely deserving of this, as is everyone who is trying their hardest to be a VTuber. And that is what I wanted to cover on this one. And of course, I will continue doing what I do. I was going to say I do best, but I don't do it best, I just do it. So I'll see you guys soon in the next version, next portion here. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. Why do I do this? Because I want it to be a positive space. I want to be the change that I desire, which is basically when I was a small VTuber, way smaller than I am now. I wish that there were people that did what I did right now, which is bring people up. And I will continue to do this as long as I can still find things and still find the time to do it, of course. Today we're talking about Greibach, who is going to Offkai, Millennial Digital Vampire, Action RPG Souls Lover, Say Sorta. I'm kind of Say Sorta too. I'm not allowed to say so a lot of times. Let's take a look at their Twitch. Elder Millennial Digital Vampire, Comfy Chaotic Menace, who loves action adventure RPG. He, him. There we go.
Oh, bow. Oh, it's like actually fully assembled again? That's nice of them.
Oof. That is Dark Souls. That is Dark Souls in a nutshell. Oof. Here we go. And Greibach is here doing a lot of shorts and, of course, doing some videos and lives as well. This reaction, it seems like it's more reaction content on this side. And, of course, a little bit of live streams here, which was he recently did Night Rain, which he did 14 hours ago. And, of course, as of the recording of this, of course, it could be a lot longer when you see this. Thank you so much, Greibach, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching, as always. And, of course, take a look. And if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. All those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.